Please be seated. Thank you to the chorus for those beautiful renditions of the national anthems. Good afternoon and welcome to the 52nd commencement ceremony for Northern Maine Community College. We are pleased that you are here to share this special event with us. In respect to the students that we're celebrating today, I ask that you either turn off your cell phones or put them on vibrate. Each year in October, the USA Weekend newspaper sponsors Make a Difference Day, a day in which people will gather together to do activities such as clean a local playground, work at a food bank, or maybe have a car wash to raise funds for a special need. I'm not saying that these activities are not important, but making a difference can and should be a daily activity, just a part of the way we live. I love to read, and I mean love to read. Earlier this school year, I suddenly realized that I was in the process of reading 3 books at the same time. Each was about a person who suddenly found herself in a situation where she was taking action that was going to make a difference in the lives of many who followed her. Each of these women had lived a life in which they were attempting to address injustice in their part of the world. They represent 3 different generations and 3 different countries. When people think of Rosa Parks, they think of the little lady who refused to give up her seat on the bus to a white passenger. However, Rosa Parks' fight for justice was about more than that one incident that happened in December 1955. In Jean Thea Harris's book, The Rebellious Life of Rosa Parks, I learned that Rosa's service to exposing inequality began many years before. She had mentors who taught her that what she had to offer this world was just as important as what anyone else had to offer. And through her work with youth groups, she was passing on that mission. The second book I was reading was A Heart for Freedom, the story of Chai Ling, a Chinese college student, who in 1983 was allowed to leave her seaside village at the age of 17 to attend college in Beijing, even though she was a female. 6 years later, as a graduate student, Chai and her husband were helping others supply food and water for the thousands of people who had gathered in Tiananmen Square to mourn the death of Chinese leader Hu Yaobang. Upon arriving in the square, Chai and her husband realized that more was going on than just students mourning a leader. Weeks later, the march became a hunger strike by more than 100,000 people who were there to make statements that they desired a freer, better, and more loving China. During that same span of time, Chai found herself in the new role as the commander-in-chief of the protesters in Tiananmen Square. Chai Li survived that terrible incident in Tiananmen Square that happened 25 years ago when the Chinese government rolled in the tanks and thousands were wounded and killed. Today, she is a successful entrepreneur who lives in the Boston area and has founded an organization dedicated to revealing the injustice of China's one-child policy. The third book is a story of a girl which I would dare say most of you know the story of. I Am Malala is the story of Malala Yousafzai, the Pakistani girl who stood up for education and was shot by the Taliban. Like Rosa Parks, the incident that changed Malala's life happened on a bus, but she was not picked on by the Taliban simply because she was on the bus. Malala's father, a teacher and founder of several schools in Pakistan, emphasized to her the importance of an education, and she shared that love of learning with others. Under a pen name, she wrote a diary that was published by a BBC website. It told her life as a young girl wanting to learn and the dangers of doing so in a country run by the Taliban. With the support of her father, Malala appeared in many television and radio interviews and made public speeches to advocate for education. That's why she was chosen by the Taliban, because of her courage and bravery to speak out about what she thought was right. Each of these women are able to make a difference for members of their generation and for future generations because of the steps they took each day to support their beliefs and because of the support of others who believed in them. Who believes in you, and how does that make a difference in your life? Maybe it's a parent, a spouse, a child, a grandchild. Maybe it's another relative or a friend. Could it be a former teacher or one of the instructors you've had here at Northern Maine Community College? If each of us take a moment, we can name at least one person who supported us when it seemed the chips were down. When we wanted to give up, they were there to provide the words of encouragement or even just a hug to keep us going. Graduates, tucked inside the diploma covers you will receive today is a note card. My challenge to you is to take time to write a note to a member of your support team and express your words of appreciation. Not only will it make you feel good, it will certainly bring a smile to the face and the heart of the recipient. That simple act may be one way for you to make a difference for someone else. I speak on behalf of the faculty and staff of NM when I say that we hope that each of us have in some way made a difference for you. Congratulations on this outstanding accomplishment.